Lake Resources, American Mineral Lithium Inc. Stocks update. So Lake Resources closed the session of the 23rd of February 2021 at $0.3, and we have that its trading volume dropped by 1 million shares, and the value of all those shares that were traded is $2.04 million. And we have here that it has a market capitalization of $303.5 million, a micro cap, and shares outstanding is 1.012 billion shares. And there isn't any fresh news as such. Technically, Lake Resources appears to be correcting within a longer term bullish trend, although its MACD is below the signal line presently. It remains 347.9% above an upward sloping 200-day moving average. Comparative relative strength analysis shows that it is outperforming the S&P 500. We can see here that its MACD is below the signal line if you will look closely. So it says it's correcting within a longer term bullish trend. Let us have a look. Okay, yeah, you could say that, given the fact that in the last it had this high of 33 cents. Yeah, that looks like a correction, no doubt about that. 33 minus 30 is 10, is a 10% offset. So yes, it is correcting within a longer term bullish trend. If the range we used is good enough, then it is correcting. Yes. Then momentum for Lake Resources is strongly bullish. Absolutely, it has a positive momentum. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is rising as investors pay higher prices for shares. Let's have a look at the 14-period slow stochastic oscillator. Yes, it is rising, no doubt about that. It is rising. Yes, that's correct. So trading volume was heavier than usual, trading 6.812 million shares versus an average of 1.363 shares per day during the last 12 months. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. Let us have a look. The unbalanced volume indicator is okay, bullish. Yeah, somewhat, yes, even though it has tipped over of late. So going ahead, you can see that it is currently trading at a slight premium to its closest short-term trend lines. That is the 10-day trend line and the 20-day trend line. The prices for those trend lines are 28, as in the case of a 10-day trend line, and 0.27. Sorry, 0.27 in the case of the 20-day trend line, and it is trading. It closed at $0.3. So by some metrics, or in from a different perspective, it could be deemed a strong buy. Because of the fact that it's trading above its trend line, short-term trend lines. But from another perspective, it will be a caution. Just be cautious. It is trading at a premium to its short-term trend lines, indicating that since it's doing so, why would you want to pay a premium when you could pay at the right price or even a discount? So depending on how you want to look at it, but in all, the trend lines are all positive. The short-term trend lines, they're all very positive, and according to Stock Invest, in the short term, it is expected to gain up to 150%. And this short term is not exactly short term; it's more of a intermediate period of up to 60 days, 60 trading sessions. It is speculated to trade between $0.54. We don't have that on this scale here, as it has never reached up to that level. So it's expected to trade between $0.54 and $1.26, still not on the scale in the next intermediate period, which is obviously up to 60 trading sessions, based on what its record, technically speaking. So this is, obviously a speculation and just an extrapolation based on the data that has been accumulated for Lake Resources. So if you want to get involved with Lake Resources, as always, it's always a small amount of money, so that when it retraces any further, you can always jump in. So speaking of that, we have determined obviously that the momentum is positive for sure. And if you enter the stock at this high of $0.33 on the 8th of February, you would have noticed that it obviously declined to about 0.25 as at the 12th of February. So given this low point and that high point on the 8th of February, which is at $0.33, we determined the extension levels from this current price of $0.3 to be $0.35. That's up here, which will be the 61.8 retracement level, a natural retracement level, extension level. This naturally occurs, in every event, in every distribution. That's naturally, so this is not to say that this is what's going to happen, but we're just using natural proportions to see where it will extend to, given the two price points we just showed, and those price points are just very much arbitrary. So then the 100% extension level will bring it up to 0.38, somewhere up here, $0.38. That will be the 100% extension level. But if you were to retrace from this level, the next natural retracement level will be the 23.6%, and that price is 0.28, somewhere here, $0.28. That's where it will naturally fall if it were to retrace by 23.6%. So the next retracement level, which will be the 38.2% retracement level, will bring it down to 0.2, roughly around that, to $0.27. And then the next one, which will be the 50% retracement level, will bring it down to $0.26. And then probably the last one will be the 61.8 retracement level, which will bring it down to 0.25 down here, $0.25. And at this point, some analysts will call the stock a sell, but some analysts will call the stock a buy. So it's up to you to decide, what you call all of some of these things. I would, if you retrace this to the 61.8% retracement level, I will call it a buy, because probably at this point we will the short-term trend lines wouldn't have also retraced with it, so it would definitely be trading at a premium, and then it would definitely be a buy in our own opinion. So this takes us to American Lithium Minerals. American Lithium Minerals closed that session at $0.52, and it fluctuated between 0.40, between this price, 0.40 here, 0.40, you see where my cursor is, and $0.65 during that session. That is what it did. So that was quite well. I wouldn't call that a well. To some extent, it can be regarded as quite wide, probably between 40% and 65%, between $0.4 and $0.65, close to about close to nearly up to 60%. So technically speaking, or rather fundamentally, it has a market cap of $35.7 million, 68.718 million shares outstanding. So not a very high float. So there's a good chance that it will tend to also fluctuate a lot. Apart from the fact that it's also quite cheap, it's definitely a penny stock. American Minerals Lithium appears to be correcting within a longer term bullish trend. Although its MACD is below the signal line, we can see that here. Shares remain 326.6% above an upward sloping 200-day moving average. Comparative relative strength analysis shows that it is outperforming the S&P 500 index. So let's see whether it is actually correcting within the longer term bullish trend based on this indicator we have. Yeah, no doubt about that. It is definitely correcting, and we can see that it's trading below its short-term trend lines. And then we move on to its momentum. Momentum is bearish. Momentum for American Minerals Lithium is strongly bearish. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is falling as investors sell shares and drive the price lower. Yes, you can see that it is falling. It's going to approach the oversold territory very soon if it continues to do that. And today's volume was heavier than usual, trading 537,252 versus an average of 337,302 shares per day during the last 12 months. The unbalanced volume indicator shows that the longer term accumulation has given way to near term selling pressure by traders. So what that's volatility is definitely quite high for this stock. The Bollinger Bands are presently wider than usual as a result of greater than normal volatility that accompanied the recent price move. Events such as this may precede a pause or reversal in the near-term trend. And then the unbalanced volume indicator, we didn't mention that. Okay, the unbalanced volume indicator shows that longer term accumulation is giving way to near term selling pressure, but do we know whether it is positive or it is not exactly? It's not very positive. It's losing some steam. It is positive, but it could be more than it was before. At some point, we had about something higher than that. Sometime in I believe this may be. Let's see. Sometime on the 26th of January or thereabout. It was higher than that. So, in the intermediate period, up to 60 trading sessions, it is speculated to gain up to 130% in value and also trade between $1.43 and $4.12. $1.43 will be above where it has traded so far. So somewhere above here, above its all-time high, and $4.12, which is not on this scale. Okay, that's quite ambitious. During that same period, momentum is negative. Obviously, we mentioned that. So, assuming you entered this stock at $0.6 on the 4th of February. This is somewhere here, and then and on the 9th of February it reached this high of this price of $0.87, and obviously has since retraced down to 0.52. So the extension levels for based on those two price points, this obviously all of that are arbitrary. We have that 61.8% extension level from this current price of 0.52. We'll take it up to $0.69. That will be somewhere here, $0.69, and then the 100% extension level will take it just close to $0.8, around $0.79. But if it were to continue to retrace, then the next retracement level will be the 23.6%, which will bring it down to $0.49. 0.456, 0.456, somewhere exactly somewhere around there. And then the next one, the 38.2%, will bring it down to 0.4, just right above there, around there, in between 0.42 and 0.41 at 0.417. Then the next one, the 50% retracement level, will bring it down to 0.385, somewhere there, 0.385, somewhere above 0.38, as a matter of fact, at 0.385, yes. And then the 61.8% will bring it down to 0.353, yes, somewhere there, 0.3 above it, as a matter of fact, 0.353. So evidently, if that happens, if it retraces to this level within a very short space of time, we're talking about even 3 trading sessions. Obviously, those two trend lines, the 10-day and 20-day that are still up there, will definitely not even be close by, and at such a point, it would definitely be a buy. But right now as well too, it's also trading at a discount to them. So if it retraces to its 61.8% level, most certainly it just consolidates its buy signal. That is in our opinion. So, but for some other people, some other analysts, this is definitely a sell. It's indicating a sell signal. It may be indicating a sell signal, but for some others, it is a buy. It has this negative momentum. So especially for short-term market participants, for some of them, indeed, they don't have any business with this stock. Its momentum is poor, negative, and trading below its short-term trend lines, and probably approaching its 50-day trend line. It's not for them to buy, but for us, it's trading at a discount. You want to get in at the discount. You want to get in when the others are doing the opposite. So if you want to get into the stock, like as always, it's a small amount of money, and always also leave something on the sidelines, some cash to probably buy more when it retraces much further. So as always, it's always a small amount of money, and see how it goes. So if you're new to this channel, subscribe, like, and share. If you're already a subscriber, thank you very much for pushing our subscriber count past 1,000 and growing. And we had over 8,000 unique viewers in the past week alone. And then if you can imagine what we probably had in the last month, probably up to 40,000. If all those people, all those unique viewers clicked on that subscriber count button, we'll definitely have a subscriber count that is way more than what we have here. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video, and subscribe, like, and share. Thank you very much.